Hi guys. Today we are going to discuss about object-oriented programming systems. So, what do you mean by object-oriented? Basically, the idea of OOPS is to create objects, reuse them throughout the program, and manipulate these objects to get results. The four principles of object-oriented programming are encapsulation, abstraction, inheritance, and polymorphism. Firstly, we should know the concept of class and object. A class is the fundamental building block of object-oriented programming. It is like a blueprint. It is nothing but a block of code which consists of variables and methods. Now, instances of this block of code can be created, and the variables and methods can be reused instead of creating a new set of them. These instances are called objects. Let's understand this by looking at a few examples. A class will have many number of students, and to calculate the grades of them we can have a class named student, which consists of variables called name and grade, and have methods like printGrade, which will calculate the grade of student. Now, each student will have a different name and grade, but the procedure of calculating the grade will be same. Hence, for each student an instance, or an object of the student class is created. The student class will now act as a blueprint, and the variables and methods of the class can be directly used for each student, that is for each object. Creating and using class and objects will be demonstrated in the next video. Now, let's understand the principles of OOPS. First, encapsulation. By encapsulation we mean binding of data. The respected variables and the methods in which they are used are bundled in a single block, that is the class. By doing this we wrap up the data and make a protective shield that prevents the data from being accessed by the code outside this shield. Next, let's know about another striking feature. Inheritance. It is the mechanism by which an object acquires some or all properties of another object. For example, car is a four-wheeler vehicle, so assume that we have a class four-wheeler and a subclass of it named car. Here, car acquires the properties of a class four-wheeler. Other classifications could be a jeep, tempo, van, etc. Four-wheeler defines a class of vehicles that have four wheels and specific range of engine power, load carrying capacity, etc. Car, termed as a subclass, acquires these properties from four-wheeler and has some specific properties which are different from other classifications of four-wheeler, such as luxury, comfort, shape, size, usage, etc. Coming to abstraction, it is a process where you show only relevant data and hide unnecessary details of an object from the user. For example, when you log into your Facebook account online, you enter your email and password and press login. What happens when you press login? How the input data is sent to Facebook server. How it gets verified is all abstracted away from the you. Last but not least, polymorphism. By polymorphism, we mean many forms. It means one method with multiple implementation. And which implementation to be used is decided at runtime depending upon the situation, that is, data type of the object. Let's look at an example of a car. A car has a gear transmission system. It has 4 front gears and 1 backward gear. When the engine is accelerated, then depending upon which gear is engaged, different amount of power and movement is delivered to the car. The action is same while applying the gear, but based on the type of gear the action behaves differently, or you can say that it shows many forms. In the next video, we'll see the implementation of these concepts. Thank you.